magical folk, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much again for joining me. So today we have a magical DIY video for you. I have created a Ravenclaw themed clutch bag for Victoria McLean, who is a fellow Ravenclaw and a fellow YouTuber. Go and check out her channel. If you don't know her channel already, go and check it out because she is fabulous. She is super funny, so sweet, and yeah, she's just brilliant at what she does. So I contacted Victoria and asked if she would be interested in receiving a completely free Ravenclaw themed clutch bag from myself, and yeah, she was really excited. So we discussed a little bit of a design, didn't give too much away because she did want a surprise at the end, and I have created an absolutely stunning, in my opinion. I'm a little bit biased, but I really do think this bag is absolutely gorgeous. I've sent it to Victoria as a little gift just to say thank you because she is going to unbox it on her channel as well. So definitely go and follow Victoria because, like I said, she is amazing anyway. And if you want to see the bag being unboxed and her reaction to it, then go and check her channel out. So if you are interested in finding out how exactly I made this bag, then do carry on watching. Okay, so I start off with a navy faux suede bag. On the inside of this bag, you have this gorgeous satin and this really nice chain strap. Inside you have plenty of space for all your night out essentials, and you even have this really lovely little pocket as well. So first of all, I'm going to need this silver glitter. I'm going to create this diadem on the top half of the bag, just on the opening of the clutch. I will be freehanding most of this design, but I do like to use the stencil just to make sure I've got the placement right. So to draw around the design, I'm going to be using this needle tip bottle. Inside the bottle is Mod Podge, and I just use it to draw around my stencil. At this stage, you don't want to go mental with the glue, you just want to use very minimal, just to get the basic outline of what you want to draw. I'm just squeezing this bottle very gently, just to get a tiny bit of glue at a time, and just drawing around the edges of my stencil. So you can see here how minimal I've been with the glue. It is literally just to get that basic outline. Once you're sure you're happy with it, you can go over it again with a little bit more glue to make sure you get that outline perfect. Because the glue does dry quite quickly, I'm going to be putting some glitter on it at this stage and then filling in more of the details as I go along. It always looks a total mess at this stage, but once it is dry, you will be able to dust off the excess glitter. Okay, so now I'm happy with my outline. I'm going to be starting to add all the extra little details. So using my stencil from before, I'm just going to examine and check over all the details and copy them into the centre of the design. I tried to go a bit slowly and more carefully at this stage because this stage can be really technical and tricky. But as you can see, I'm just using that template as a reference and I'm carefully filling in all the little details of the diadem. Like I said before, the glue does dry quite quickly, so I do a little bit of detailing, then add some glitter to it and then carry on with more detail. So far, I'm really pleased with the detail work on this side. And now I'm just going to try and copy it all over onto the other side. Okay, so now we have both sides of our diadem all filled in with the details. Now I'm just going to go and do these little gemmy parts of the diadem. And I'm going to be doing this in a really gorgeous turquoise blue. Oh, this colour is so gorgeous. Okay, so I'm finished with the diadem for the moment, so I'm just going to do a design on the back of the bag, and I'm going to write the word Ravenclaw, again in the same silver glitter that I used earlier on. I'm using a font called King Basil for the writing. I really love this font. It's my favourite font design to use. And yeah, I think it looks really beautiful when it's finished. At this point, I'm completely freehanding the writing again, so I am just going really slowly and really steadily to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So back to the front of the bag, I want to do a smaller design in this little corner. So I'm going to be doing a scroll design, again using a template initially and then freehanding the rest. Once again, just making sure that you're happy with the placement, and then you can start tracing the detail onto the bag. It's at this stage my 2-year-old son Hero decided that he wanted to join in and be a part of my video. So using the same technique as we did with the diadem, you want to just do the first tiny bits of glue, as small amounts as possible, just to trace that outline. Now that glitter outline is dry, I'm going to start painting in between the scroll. So I'm going to be using a combination of white and silver acrylic paint. And I'm going to be using this really small little paintbrush. I'm just going to be mixing the paint until I'm happy with the colour that I'm using, and then I'm going to use a lighter shade for the scroll itself and then some darker shades for the in-between parts. And then I'm going to very carefully just paint in between all the bits of scroll. I'm not going to be that careful with the edges because I am going to go around the edge again with the glitter just to give it more definition afterwards. So I'm going to be careful, but I'm not going to be too worried if I do go over. And then just adding a little bit more silver to use for the shadowed areas. So as you can see, the 3 parts of the scroll are lighter than all the in-between bits, and I think this gives it a really cool edge. It makes it look more 3D, and I think it looks really pretty. Then I'm going to be going back over the edging of the glitter just to make sure that it stands out more, make sure any bits that I've accidentally painted are covered up. This next part I accidentally did off camera. What I did was I sealed in the diadem design using the decoupage gloss sealant glue. I basically just go over it with a very thin layer and just seal in that diadem design and make sure that it's weatherproof and that the design itself is nice and safe. And now my favourite part, I'm going to be adding some crystals to the diadem. I'm going to make sure it's really, really sparkly and beautiful and looks just like the original. As I've got a mixture of sizes, I am just quickly sizing up the crystals that I'm going to be using just to make sure the right ones are going in the right places. And then when I'm happy, I'm just adding a nice splodge of glue and sticking the crystal to the bag. So far, this is looking so beautiful and so sparkly. I'm really, really pleased with it. So next I'm going to be adding the text to the scrolls. I'm going to be writing "wit beyond measure" in the scroll, as is what is written on the diadem. I'm going to be using the same glue I used earlier and just simply writing on the words using the needle tip point. At this point, I want to go really slowly and very carefully. There's only so much space I have to write these words, so I'm going to try and make them as even as I possibly can and in the middle of the scrolls. Then I'm going to be using this gorgeous metallic sapphire glitter. I think this is a really, really stunning colour and it's going to really stand out against the background. Et voila! I decided I wanted to add a bit more pizzazz to the bag again, so I decided to stick down some more crystals just to really give some extra sparkle and magicalness to the bag. I did a similar technique with that with the diadem. I actually put the crystals on the bag first of all without glue just to make sure I was happy with the placement, and then I began sticking them down with the glue itself. This is always a really good technique to kind of test out your design before you actually fully commit to it, so I always use this to make sure that I'm really, really pleased with the design. After sticking down all the crystals, I'm really, really pleased with the general look of this bag. I think it's so sparkly and so magical. I think this little area here is missing something though, so I do think I'm going to add a couple more crystals just to this part. what did you guys think of my Ravenclaw themed clutch bag? I was so pleased with how this turned out. It completely surpassed my expectations of what I thought I was capable of actually creating. I was really nervous, especially with the diadem part of the design. I was so nervous, but yeah, I was really pleased with how it came out. I was really proud of myself, and I really hope that Victoria loves it as much as I do, because I just thought I did a really good job, and I was really pleased with myself making this bag. As always, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a magical thumbs up so I know that you're enjoying my content. Don't forget, if you are new, to subscribe to my channel by clicking my face. Turn on the notification bell as well so you don't miss any future videos from me, and I hope you're all having magical days, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye, you guys!